It was a fascinating time for the Leicestershire Foxes because we were struggling a little bit in four-day cricket at the time, but we almost reinvented ourselves as a specialist 2020 team in the middle of the season.
We're down to the nitty and a lot of gritty required in this game now, down to the final. Notts versus Leicester, and side bottom to walk the ball in pavilion end, Trent Bridge.
We knew we were at Notts' home ground at Trent Bridge. We knew that the crowd was up for a big final, and we knew with the class of some of their players that we were probably second favourites in the game. So it was all about delivering the plan.
And already the Nottinghamshire outlaw fielders are looking really hungry. They don't want to give any easy singles. So Tammy Patel, you can see the hunger in their eyes. Graeme Swann very, very focused on the job in hand.
We knew we had a really good, solid game plan that was flexible and allowed us some agility on the day, but everybody knew their specific roles, everybody knew the tempo we were trying to play at, and it was just about delivering that to the best of our ability and not getting overly nervous or complicating it too much in the crucible of the pressure in a final. We were very clever at trying to read the game and adapt, I think, and that's where we punched above our weight. We did some really interesting things in that we'd got a really flexible order, and while we might have looked like a really bad club team by having 7 players padded up, there was method in the madness that actually at any one point we could switch the batting order so that a player could go in to target 6 balls.
Lovely sweep shot, super shot. This is an exhibition of 2020 batting at its best.
Same area, same place, deep mid-wicket. Maddie's off.
He missed out in the first semi-final. He's probably thinking, this is my time now. I need to deliver.
Daz was brilliant, you know, the first to 1,000 runs in this format. What a belligerent player, real swashbuckling opening batsman.
Darren Maddie, look at this. Did he call him Mr. 2020? Look at that strike rate, 137.
He was really difficult to bowl to. If people pitched it up, he could whack it over their head, and if they dropped it short, he was onto that short ball really quickly. So a top-class player that really started to come into his own in this format of the game.
Great shot. That's about as good as it's got today. That finals day at Trent Bridge is a magnificent way to bring up a quality 50 for Darren Maddie.
53 of 41 deliveries. Well played, Darren Maddie.
Last ball of the innings then. Has he got it over Will Smith? Oh, he has! Smith's charged it. It's gone over his head. It's gone for 4. Maddie finishes with a flourish.
177 for 2, that's going some. Notts Outlaws have got to chase down 178.
Well, it's been a long journey, the 2020 Cup, and it will come down to these 20 overs. Will it be the Foxes or the Outlaws?
It's going to be Stuart Broad to open the bowling for the Foxes. The young star of 2020, the young star perhaps of English county cricket this summer. How will he go in this final? He's got a slip and a gully. All looks in the keeper's 20 paces back. He's got a stare as well on him, I like that.
He's got something about him, Stuart Broad.
I think in all of our campaigns we had a few surprise packages where new players were coming onto the scene and oppositions couldn't necessarily line us up. But in Stuart Broad we've not only got a young and novel player, but we've got a world-class player in the making.
Gone, big wicket. Stuart Broad, the young man, deals with the pressure and he's dealt with Hussey.
When he definitely got nerves like anybody, but he seemed to have this wisdom and calmness that went beyond his age, really.
Just a hint of a little rain falling to make it just that little bit more difficult for the Leicestershire Foxes in the field.
The dark clouds came, it turned into light drizzle and then into heavy rain, and before we knew it, the outfield was lightning fast.
I wonder if we can have a very quick word with Jeremy Snape, the Leicester captain. Snapey Wardy, can you hear me?
Hi, mate.
You're going to go spin at both ends? You coming on next over?
It's really, flattened out, and the wicket's a bit greasy here with the outfield as well. They're coming onto the back nicely, so I think we've got a last throw at it to get the spinners on, take the pace off.
The ball was quite slippy to bowl with and throw in, and we lost a little bit of momentum then, and then some of their middle order players really took the game away from us.
Here we go. Snape is coming on, Captain Snape, the moon ball. Whatever deliveries he's going to bowl, 26-yarders, flat, fast. The whole magic box is coming out here.
Well, I think in the early years, everyone was petrified as a spinner because we thought that people were just going to step and fetch you out of the ground.
Wily bowling, slow bowling. Jeremy Snape didn't even register on the gun.
One day I was bowling at one of our lads in the nets, and they did that normal thing that they say to spinners at the end of training. Come on, Jez, lob me a few up so I can practice hitting sixes. And obviously after quite a few years of doing that, you get a bit sick of it. So I just ran up really fast and then just lobbed this ball up like a hand grenade as slow as I could. And the batsman said, bowl properly, I can't hit that, there's not enough pace on it. A light bulb went off, and that really started an experimental phase of trying to change the pace of my run up, trying to take more pace off the ball actually rather than bowl faster, because if you're playing on the batsman's ego a little bit and making them come and fetch you and hit you out of the ground, and it means that you're going to get blocked by that inner circle a lot more, then that's a really powerful strategy.
Great catch. We have seen a stunner here today from Ryan Cummins on debut in 2020 cricket with a fantastic catch.
He puts his body on the line and he takes a great catch. Look how happy he is.
It's absolutely pouring down.
Well, I think the umpires are doing the right thing. After months of 2020 cricket, I don't think it should be decided on Duckworth-Lewis.
Still out there, great stuff. Keep them out there, let's have a game. In the air, where's it going? Is there a fielder under it? No, there isn't. It's in the crowd. 3 rows back. Pavilion roof, it's a goner.
The members are loving it. Paul Franks missed his first delivery, his second delivery. He didn't miss it. He hit it all the way into the members, into the old pavilion. A massive hit onto the roof.
It's 161 for 6. We've got 1 over left. They need 17 Notts Outlaws to take the trophy.
And they're having a meeting. Snape calls them all in. His think tank, Nixon, Ackerman, Allenby, they're all having a chat. What I liked about Allenby, immediately took his jumper off, he took his cap off, I'm bowling.
For us, Jimmy Allenby had been a great death bowler. He'd bowled really well through the tournament for us, and he was really confident at doing it. He'd obviously batted really well in the first innings, which gives you that confidence that you could be man of the match or a game changer. Jimmy got the nod and started the over really well.
Absolutely neck and neck. Look at the little one there. Look at the little guy. Great Yorker again, he gets it up there, he gets it full and straight. They're coming back for 2. It's going to be tight. Ball fancying. Alan Jones has given it. Look at these guys, the Foxes. They're nearly there.
Look at the scenes in the crowd. 2020 cricket at its best.
Well, we've got 1 delivery left.
And it comes down to this delivery. Nixon celebrating, Leicester are celebrating. They deserve this victory.
Most people that watched that 2006 final always ask me about that last ball. Just at that pivotal moment when the ball left Jimmy Allenby's hand, this massive raindrop hit me in the face, and I didn't see how high the ball was, but people tell me it was just above knee height and could have potentially been a no ball. But as my eyes opened up from the deluge of rain, all I could see was the team celebrating in a massive huddle, which I clearly wanted to get right in the thick of. I'll never forget that one of my best negotiations as captain wasn't with a groundsman, an umpire or a senior player. It was actually with the chief exec of Notts at the time, who allowed us to keep the bar open for our 100-strong family and friends group. And that party was massive and something that all the players look back with such fondness on.